A fitness club looks simple from the outside. Rows of treadmills, bright lights, loud music, people lifting weights and chasing better health. Yet behind those mirrors hides a business that confuses even experienced entrepreneurs. Why do some gyms earn millions, while others close within a single year? Why do successful clubs sell far more than exercise? And why can a room full of expensive equipment still lose money every day? The answers are hidden inside an economic system built on psychology, timing, and careful planning. Many people believe owning a gym is a dream business. You help people become healthier while collecting monthly membership fees. It sounds predictable and rewarding. The truth is far more complicated. A modern gym is part health service, part retail store, part technology company, and part community center. Every decision, from where the water fountain stands to how many treadmills face the windows, can affect profits. By the end of this documentary, you will understand how gyms are built, how they earn money, why many struggle, and what separates a busy fitness club from an empty one. The idea of exercising indoors is older than many people realize. Ancient civilizations trained for war, sports, and survival using simple tools. Modern fitness clubs began appearing during the 19th century, often focused on strength, gymnastics, or boxing. Decades later, exercise became a lifestyle instead of preparation for competition. Aerobics, bodybuilding, and personal fitness exploded in popularity. Today, gyms serve students, parents, retirees, and professional athletes. The industry keeps changing because people's habits keep changing too. Starting a gym requires much more than renting a building and buying weights. Location often becomes the biggest decision. A neighborhood with thousands of residents may still fail if parking is limited or nearby competitors already dominate the market. Rent can consume a huge part of monthly income before the first customer walks through the door. Renovations add another major expense because floors, lighting, plumbing, ventilation, and electrical systems must support heavy equipment and constant daily use. Equipment alone can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Strength machines, free weights, treadmills, stationary bicycles, rowing machines, stretching areas, and recovery tools all require careful planning. Cheaper equipment may break sooner, creating unhappy members and expensive repairs. Premium machines cost more upfront, but often last longer and attract serious customers. Owners constantly balance quality against budget. Spending too little can damage reputation, while spending too much may delay profitability. Many new owners believe memberships create all the income. That assumption misses the real business model. Memberships provide predictable cash flow, but successful gyms usually combine several revenue streams. Personal training sessions earn higher margins because customers pay for expert guidance instead of equipment alone. Group classes fill unused space while building stronger communities. Nutrition products, branded clothing, drinks, recovery services, childcare, and special workshops create additional income. Each extra service reduces dependence on membership fees. Here comes an unexpected fact. Some profitable gyms quietly depend on members who rarely visit. Those customers continue paying monthly because canceling feels inconvenient or because they hope to return someday. While active members use electricity, showers, towels, and equipment, inactive members create revenue with almost no operating cost. This unusual balance helps many facilities remain financially stable, although owners still need enough active visitors to maintain an energetic atmosphere. Running daily operations requires careful coordination. Staff members greet visitors, answer questions, clean equipment, schedule classes, maintain machines, process payments, and solve problems before they become complaints. Personal trainers motivate clients while tracking progress. Managers study attendance patterns to predict busy hours. Maintenance teams inspect cables, bolts, flooring, and air systems because even small failures can create safety risks. Every department influences customer satisfaction. Technology now shapes almost every part of the business. Mobile applications allow members to book classes, unlock doors, track workouts, and receive personalized reminders. Smart equipment records performance automatically. Digital payment systems reduce paperwork and improve cash flow. Security cameras protect expensive assets while discouraging theft. Data analysis helps managers understand which machines stay busy, which classes attract loyal members, and which promotions actually increase renewals instead of simply creating temporary excitement. Government rules also affect profitability. Building codes determine emergency exits, accessibility, and fire safety. Health regulations influence sanitation standards, especially for locker rooms and showers. Insurance companies expect clear safety procedures. Injuries can become costly legal cases. Music licenses may be required for public performances. Staff certifications matter too. Ignoring regulations might save money today, but create devastating expenses later, through fines, lawsuits, or damaged trust. Hidden costs surprise many first-time owners. Air conditioning runs almost constantly because crowded workout spaces become hot quickly. Water bills increase as members shower after exercise. Cleaning supplies disappear faster than expected. Towels wear out. Mirrors crack. Rubber flooring eventually needs replacement. Equipment warranties expire. Marketing campaigns require fresh ideas every season because attracting new members never truly stops. These quiet expenses slowly reshape financial results month after month. Consider two similar gyms opening on the same street. The first competes mainly by offering the cheapest memberships available. The second charges more but invests in coaching, community events, clean facilities, and consistent customer support. At first, the cheaper gym fills quickly. After 1 year, many members leave because crowded conditions reduce satisfaction. Meanwhile, the second gym grows steadily through referrals. Loyal customers stay longer, spend more on extra services, and recommend friends. Higher prices sometimes create stronger businesses when customers clearly understand the value. Economic downturns test every fitness business. Some families cancel memberships to reduce spending. Others become even more interested in health because medical costs worry them. Flexible pricing, shorter contracts, and creative promotions help gyms survive uncertain periods. During difficult years, retaining existing members usually costs far less than finding completely new ones. That lesson appears repeatedly across many successful companies. The future brings both opportunities and challenges. Home fitness equipment and online workout videos create new competition. Artificial intelligence can design personalized exercise plans within seconds. Wearable devices already measure heart rate, sleep, recovery, and movement throughout the day. Instead of replacing gyms, these technologies may increase expectations. Members will likely demand more personalized experiences, better coaching, and stronger communities that cannot be downloaded into an app. Can a gym become highly profitable? Absolutely. But profit depends less on selling access to equipment than on creating habits people want to keep. Strong leadership, careful financial planning, excellent service, and smart technology often matter more than owning the newest machines. The greatest advantage is recurring income from loyal members. The greatest disadvantage is high fixed costs that continue whether attendance rises or falls. Remember the questions we asked at the beginning. Why do some gyms thrive while others disappear? Why do expensive facilities still lose money? Why is exercise only part of the business? The answer is simple. A gym does not truly sell weights, treadmills, or workout rooms. It sells consistency, confidence, accountability, and hope. The hidden economics of owning a gym reveal that lasting success comes from building relationships strong enough to keep people returning long after their first workout. Many owners eventually discover another important lesson. The busiest hours rarely last all day. Early mornings fill with commuters. Evenings attract workers after their jobs. Midday can become surprisingly quiet. Empty space still costs money because rent, electricity, and staff continue regardless of attendance. Smart operators use slower periods for youth programs, senior fitness classes, rehabilitation sessions, or partnerships with local businesses. These activities increase revenue without expanding the building. Another overlooked advantage comes from corporate memberships. Companies often pay for employee wellness because healthier workers may reduce absenteeism and improve productivity. Although discounted rates seem smaller, large corporate contracts can provide dependable income throughout the year. Reputation also becomes a financial asset. Positive reviews spread quickly through neighborhoods and social media, lowering future marketing costs. Negative experiences travel just as fast, making every customer interaction valuable. Even something as simple as broken lockers or dirty showers can influence hundreds of future buying decisions. Successful owners therefore measure far more than monthly revenue. They track member retention, equipment downtime, trainer performance, class attendance, referral rates, and customer satisfaction. These numbers reveal problems long before profits begin falling. In the end, the strongest gyms are rarely those with the largest buildings or the flashiest machines. They are the businesses that consistently improve small details, earning trust one workout, one conversation, and one returning member at a time. One final idea often surprises future gym owners. Growth does not always mean opening another location. Sometimes the smartest investment is improving the first one. Better staff training, faster equipment repairs, cleaner facilities, and stronger customer service can increase retention more than expensive expansion. A member who stays for 5 years is usually worth far more than several people who join briefly before leaving. That is why successful owners pay close attention to feedback. Every complaint contains information about hidden weaknesses. Every compliment reveals a strength worth protecting. Communities also matter. Local races, charity events, school partnerships, and health seminars help gyms become trusted neighborhood institutions instead of simple workout spaces. When people feel connected to both the facility and each other, canceling becomes emotionally harder. That loyalty creates stable revenue through changing economic conditions. The strongest fitness businesses understand that lasting success comes from serving people, not merely selling access to equipment. Machines wear out, trends change, and competitors appear, but genuine trust compounds over time. In business, that may be the most valuable asset of all. It cannot be purchased overnight, because it is earned through consistent actions, honest communication, reliable service, thoughtful leadership, daily discipline, and care. Successful owners also prepare for change before it becomes necessary. They regularly update equipment, refresh class schedules, and study new fitness trends without abandoning what already works. They invest in employee development, because motivated staff create better experiences than expensive machines alone. Small improvements made every month often produce remarkable results over several years. In the end, the gyms that survive are not always the biggest or the cheapest. They are the ones that continue adapting while never losing sight of their true mission, helping people build healthier lives, one visit at a time, together.